Hello everyone. Recently I started doing some fun collage stuff that I sort of learned from Jean Peter Artist. That's the name of her YouTube channel, and I'll make sure to put that down, the link down in the description box, because I love her the way she does things, and I've tried to do my own thing with it, but it's very definitely Jean's. I've been doing these fun little journals, and one of the things about these is that I've been using magazine images mixed with my painty papers, and I really love the combination of things together. So while I have always done a lot of collage, and I've always gone through magazines to get images for collage, that kind of thing, don't fall off of there, I wanted to show you that I'm looking at the magazines a little bit differently because of what I'm looking for as far as the pieces go. Always when I went through a magazine before, I would pull images, and this is part of an ad of the magazine, and I like this image of this girl, but I really like this background paper, and normally I probably would have chumped this off and gotten rid of everything but her, where now I'm looking at this piece of the background paper. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some pages out of these magazines that I've got today and just give you an idea of what I'm seeing now and why. So it's about culling magazines based on the images and what you see in them. I mean, I really think this image is cute. It would also be fun to use in the in those collages. I think there wasn't much in that one, but I just want to show you some of the things I'm seeing. Like, okay, I like these little butterflies, but this blue, so I'd probably pull this out . And I normally would have gotten rid of most of this. I probably would have gone through later, chomped that off, kept this part, and gotten rid of this. Where now I'm seeing this really pretty blue paper. That's interesting. Look at this, how it... Let me just cut a piece of it so that you see what I'm seeing. So it's about seeing the color and the shapes and the textures that are in the, this is one I saw right away. I would have never kept this page. This back cover, I'd have never kept it. But look at the fun paper that is right there. Okay, so now I have this chunk of, oh, and look, I've just saw another piece. Okay, so there's this. Okay, but look at this fun half circle here. Like so. So this image is not one I would have normally grabbed. Oh, and look at this. I like this piece. Look at that. Okay, there again. I would have never kept this image, except maybe the little sun guy. He's cute. But look at this fun piece collage stuff right there. It's got this mark through it to give you some. So culling the magazines is a lot different when I'm looking at other things besides. I'm sorry for all the starting and stopping, everybody. The lawnmower was much too close. Okay, so things that I normally wouldn't pull out, and I'm just trying to find some ideas of those kinds of things. Okay, this image right here, it doesn't interest me at all. Okay, it really doesn't interest me, but I really like this plate and the texture that it has, even though it's not in focus. So if I take and cut a little piece of it, I end up with this curved line. Now these are going to have to be straightened up just a little bit, but you see how fun that is? And I will be cutting these pieces up into something smaller. So even this is really interesting, and it's got some really fun colors in it. I wouldn't normally save that image, but for this type of collage like this, it would be just fabulous. And this right here was a beet, an actual beet, vegetable beet, and it ends up looking like that. So when you look at your magazines now, when you're looking at things for, I mean, I would have saved this image because I would have cut these flowers out and done that. But I likely would not have saved this. This turkey does not interest me. But these two little pieces do. Now I'm sort of thinking that this one looks too much like something. So I probably would cut it like so and do some kind of decorating thing on these grapes. So what I'm trying to say is that when you're going and through and culling your magazines, there might be more than one reason to choose a page. I really like this bent aluminum foil, but I also like this little border. So I might choose it and then cut pieces off of it for the collage stuff, but also save that little border for my actual collages. See, I think this little image right here is really precious. It's got a little bunny rabbit and a little girl on a ladder and another little bunny rabbit. And see the shapes in that? I probably will take that out and save that chunk just because I like those shapes. Not so much for my collages where the images matter, but again, because of... Okay, so that's one kind of magazine. I was looking for something that might have some other kinds of images in it that we might really see the difference in. Oh, this, look at that. Now, that as an image in my image collages, it means absolutely nothing, but I love the shapes in this. Let's cut it up so you can see what I'm seeing. Oh, we need a piece of white paper, don't we? You see these different lines in there? Let's put this together with some of this. Maybe this piece that I saw that has some fun lines in it. So I just wanted to pop in real quick and suggest that when you're looking through your magazines and culling out pages for different images and things, that you look at it just a little different. I just love that. I probably wouldn't have saved it before because these little guys are so tiny that you can't really see them. And I probably wouldn't save that part. I'll probably just save these little squares because of the shapes in them. This is actually kind of cool. This is just the edges of a map, and those little pieces are very interesting. This texture of this roof, it's not part of an image I would normally save, but I really like that. So using it like a little piece of paper, like in these collages, it's just a different way. And one magazine will give you a lot of little pieces to use in that kind of way. Okay, I really like these windows. I just like them, and I probably would save that image for collage. But I love this little piece right here. See, I would save this for this boat. I definitely will save that image. So you want to, I'm just trying to, sorry, I've repeated myself about 5 times. I just wanted to give you another way to look at your images, to look at them in parts. This image means very little to me, but I really like all of this color in this part of this image. So I'll be pulling that image out, and I'll be saving it, but I'll be saving it in a different bin away from my pictures for using for the shapes of this. Now that's another piece that might be fun in this other kind of collage, actually be fun in regular collage. So, you know, I have always picked images and used little pieces of them. Like I really like these little deer horn things. And I'd probably save this image because of those deer horn things, but not use the whole image. So I'm hoping I'm making any sense whatsoever. Just to give you a little hint of another idea. And I'm going to go because this culling magazines is something that I do when I'm watching videos. I really like the curve of that driveway there. And if you look at it, just it's a little piece of paper. It's got a neat little shape to it. I like this little section right there that's already started to be sort of doodled on, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So I hope this gives you some ideas, guys. I hope that you can see where you don't have to have a bunch of supplies to have fun making fun art. I think that that would have been a cool piece to use. So it's really going to lessen how much of this magazine is going to end up in the recycle bin. I will be using a lot more of the magazine because I would have never saved that page before, and now I will. I mean, I love this little puppy dog right here, and I probably would have saved this page based on the fact that I would take out that little tiny section of this puppy dog. But now I'll save it. The puppy dog will probably get trimmed out, but I also like this color of this blanket right here. So that's another section that would be, and if you have trouble with this kind of thing, this is a good thing you can do. Cut a window out of a piece of paper. And you see the little puppy dog? Let me bring you in. Okay, you see how you see the puppy dog? Now I see this piece of blanket. I really kind of like this. You can't see it, Tanya. Put it in the right place. That's the fender on the truck. Okay, so that little chunk, again, would be great in this other kind of collage. So adding a different kind of collage to my things that I'm doing has also added the amount of this magazine that I'm going to be using. Look at this right there. I wouldn't have saved that image. But now, not only that, I like it with this little bit of yellow over there, that little piece. So, you know, that's something to think about, and I just wanted you to see it. Having a little square of paper might help you too. So, okay, guys, I just really wanted you to see. I wanted to give you this idea of how you could cull your magazines just a little bit differently. Give yourself a few more bits and pieces that will help in your collages and not spend a lot of extra money. And this type of collage is what I'm looking at. I mean, this is painty paper. That's painty paper, but these pieces were all images from magazines. So, okay guys, I'm going to read you a quote from 1001 Ways to Creativity, and I'm hoping this made sense to y'all. I'm hoping that it gives you some ideas. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. If I've rattled too much, I'm sorry. I'm having one of those days where I'm not sure I'm making any sense. Sorry about that. But I'm going to read you a quote from our 1001 Ways to Creativity and then see what else is to be done. A little talent is good to have if you want to be a writer, but the only real requirement is the ability to remember every scar. Stephen King. That's very interesting. Okay, guys, go have fun. Make some art. Bye-bye.